A good sleep does wonders.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week. You see, I grew so fond of, and that's when I thought, I can't just give it to you, mind. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
Indeed, you are correct.
Welcome to the We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all...
Greetings. Welcome. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocation. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepted. You see, as we currently have, and we cannot simply purchase, so regrettably I cannot. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you all. He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Hoi, friend. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids from the tell of it.
Pray do be careful.
Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life. The goblin's lair, I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know...
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
True enough. Goblins, master! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. I'll combine my magic with yours to connect this spell perfectly. It was excellent. I could have done no better. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
A well-organized pack is my speciality. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between...
Methinks the fiend without that have a few more for protection.
Be sure your next attack is no less purposeful.
The written have been drenched.
Certainly arisen. I might have the event.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
We were overconfident in our abilities. It's a painful reminder that we will not always favor us.
Miscalculated.
Stand firm. You are not alone. I grant you roaring flame.
I am saved.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
I'll turn you into a pin
Most impressive, Master.
Get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
A resounding success.
We've got goblins!
avoided into battle one, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. It was a glorious success.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
What has come over you, Arisen?
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. I'll go and open the chest.
We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here.
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
I am well aware of it. Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat. The Risen have been caught! Quick! Douse the flames!
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Come to think of it,
Some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
The sky is radiant.
might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
That wasn't a homecoming, I knew the village would be in a bad way. But ne'er did I expect to see an entire basque of saurians picking out bones.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items.
Be well, Arisen. I'm not one for tearful goodbye.
How might I aid you at this late hour? I dare say, I've accomplished a few feats to be...
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Why are you there? Your presence is requested at the...
Interested in my wares?
A well-organized pack is my specialty. If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's
My talents lie in combining materials. Farewell, Arisen.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's... This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence. And in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! Most excellent. You may now change your voc. However, if you wish to register as a warrior...
These writings could be of import.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an... You may now change your vocation as desired. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our...
I thought our work might never finish. I can scarce take another step.
Agreed. I'm in need of a reprieve myself.
I knew it to be so.
What a bizarre village that was. I'm still... The villagers stared at me with a bizarre... It was as though they were praising me.
Your Majesty, your timing is... Tis not a matter for prying ears. Prep. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace should denounce your Majesty as a false arisen. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is... It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, the central players in the court ought all be in attendance. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen there. Only select members of the nobility and citizens. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. The citizenry have called upon my... What say you? I thank you, your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already... Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of...
'Tis our duty to bring...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeed. I have attempted to do the same through my own channel. Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one. I refer to Waldar. Many a time as Deeza demanded Waldar amend the... And many a time as the magistrate refused her. For he is loyal to none but the... Our laws dictate that, your Majesty. Thus, as the staunchest support... What say you? Might you be willing to aid? I prepared a means for you. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered, I will...
This way, if you please.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Save it, cuz. I'm not interested.
I'll not take that from you. This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Oi there, friend. All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got? My thanks, sir. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. Only trouble is, there are still monsters. That's where you come in. See, I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see. Splendid! Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. Each cart travels with it, so anyone thinking of riding for free will have to put enough of my lecturing. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to...
We ought to see this to its destination. To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Just about
There are few places where
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret. Pleasure doing business with you.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me any time.
Stepped it in. There's no easy thing.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle, but if we share our strengths, I've a modest talent for spotting materials. Shall we discuss tactics now or later? It would seem we have what we need to hand.
To polish up our gear, best quality soldier now.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I'll collect that. Treasures. Focus your strength, Arisen! Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid? Well done.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
Right you are.
Come on then. Let's dance.
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I'll gut you and feed you your entrails.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere. We've arrived, just as planned.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Hope to see you again.
If you want my advice...
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears a bit. Yet if
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, sir. How much? Might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Well met, sir.
Made by leg right. All best taste. Travelers here.
where to next? What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears on. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Time to be
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, as you can see, we're rebuilding. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet... I'd like to enlist... I've prepared some explosive casks.
A saurian nest so near the village.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? She's a kindly sort, I must say.
We'd best report back.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. Well, that appears to have sent some of them. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of pop with With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use them. You must make sure your aim is true. Oh, good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. Watching you got me thinking. Oh, but in any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today...
Our task is complete. Trevo Mine is but a stone's...
Wasn't looking for a fight, but I can take you.
There was a patient man.
And nary a coin to show for it.
Gotta take opportunities as they come, I say. This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Suppose I better give the ox some feed.
Barely drag my ass out.